Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's the Eagles going up against the Cowboys. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Eagles coming off a big Week 7 win where they handed Minnesota their first loss of the year, and Carson Wentz, the quarterback, not his best game. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 138 yards, but a win.
No doubt about it, and think about it this way. We talked about him over the last couple of weeks, and we both said, pump the brakes along the Hall of Fame talk. But we both agreed, this kid's going to be special in the league, and that was a gutty win for he and the Eagles.
On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I've always been a big fan of Ryan Matthews. When healthy and the way he runs the football so aggressively, he creates a lot of plays downfield and knocks people over as he goes.
Week 7, 14 carries, 56 yards. Now, he has had a couple crucial fumbles late the last 3 weeks.
Got to think about ball security because rookie Wendell Smallwood, right behind him, he may get a few more carries.
They go play action for Matthews. Now Wentz. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Left. It's Ryan Matthews. And he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
For a guy who went to college as a course has turned into quite the power runner, if he could only stay healthy, well, his numbers would be huge, I think.
His numbers so far, 1,000 yards with the Chargers, 5 years there now in his 2nd year with the Eagles. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles. And it's 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Looking for Green. Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Well, 4 quarters wasn't enough, my friend, and it turns out overtime is not enough. There's no PKs in American football, and this one is over dead even.
Can you imagine the teams in their locker room now going back over this game, analyzing every play, each guy thinking, if I had done this on this play or that on that, who knows what could have happened? Because let's face it, a tie can be exciting to go through.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He won't go down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
He will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Now, not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
Let's go! Brand 38!
Here's Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Cowboy fans hoping to see Bryant back after the bye week. He had the knee injury. We haven't seen him since week 3 against Chicago.
Does he have 11 catches on the season thus far? You know he's just chomping at the bit for the chance to get back on the field and make those types of Dez Bryant plays that we've all come to expect. And how well has Dak Prescott played? Done it largely without Dez Bryant.
Be another weapon for him.
So whether it's him or Tony Romo getting Dez Bryant back, that really helps the offense.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason And talk to these defensive coordinators. In the red zone, tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to it.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. A quick pivot here to discuss something you and I were going over this morning, and that's Miami. Jay Ajayi, 2 straight games over 200 yards, and they're really starting to come into life.
Won their last 2 games. They're now 3-4. And a little note of melancholy, though. Arian Foster, who signed with Miami this past offseason, announced his retirement. Had a great career, especially with the Houston Texans.
Yeah, sad to see him go. Had an NFL rushing leading year. Also had 4 Pro Bowls under his belt. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you on over to Orlando where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. Both the Cowboys and the Eagles are having some issues finding a way into the end zone. They'll both look to improve their play on offense and pick up some touchdowns in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Eagles on offense. First quarter winding down. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Churches is happy to come away with the pick, ending the drive. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Beasley's targeted coming across the middle. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Cowboys is now on top. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man. In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean
those two?
They'll try to get the running game going with Ryan Matthews. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Wentz now on first down. Finding time. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's got time in the pocket. And Matthews has it right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From midfield, here's Wentz. And Selleck here, left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. He'll look to throw. He's got time. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being real precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And on 2nd and 10 now. to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He's back to throw. Finding time. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go!
They'll start the drive with Elliott. A beautiful fake. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Wentz. Looking for someone to throw to. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Wentz to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. He's got time in the pocket. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. We focus our attention now on the Eagles' defense. They're working here with a tie game. The question here I like to ask is, how aggressive do you play this defensively?
You just want to make sure that you don't give up the play that beats you. I mean, it's that's really your line of aggressiveness. Play it straight, make sure tackles, do what you have to do, but don't give up something big that all of a sudden you look at the scoreboard and say, we blew a golden opportunity.
I wouldn't mind OT. I wouldn't complain.
I wouldn't complain either. Just make sure you call the producer and tell him to cancel our table for dinner tonight.
Will do. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Still first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. 190.
Here's Prescott. He's got time. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Let's go. Grand 38.
Now Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. The rookie Jalen Mills with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, I have to tell the story. When we were going into overtime, you reached over to my spot charts and you wrote the word tie. Very prophetic. I certainly didn't see this one coming.
You know, there's just something about the way this game played out. I just had a sense and a feeling, and I thought, what the heck, let's go for it, and let's see what we have. I'm just glad that you remembered that I did that.
You just messed up, though, my beautiful spot charts.
I'll get you new ones, I promise.
Thank you. Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? First down carry by Elliott. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go! Brand 38!
Now a first throw here in overtime. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll come out in the pistol. Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And he fends him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.